This is not piling on the governor or the great state of Michigan, but these are people being heard, whether it was Mark Hackle, Macomb County Executive, this morning David Coulter, Oakland County Executive, even Senator Ruth Johnson, a Republican from District 14, which is split between southern Genesee County outside of Flint and northwestern Oakland County. Concerned enough about the state's vaccine distribution plan, she's asked to come on the air and talk about it. And you know, Senator Ruth Johnson, you're always welcome here on the Paul W. Smith Show at WJR. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, and it's great to be here, Paul W.
So tell me what your thoughts are. Tell me your inside take.
Yeah, I just think that when we those of us that are elected, when we blame others or come up with excuses, we're really taking away time from getting the job done, and that's what we need to do right now, get the job done. We need to make sure these vaccines get out. Michigan's one of the worst states in the nation for doing that, and it really does impact quality of life, lives, and really livelihoods. So it is a number one priority, I think, at the state right now, and we rank 39th in the country for administering vaccines as of January 7th.
It has been brought up, and to the governor, including by me, that, in fact, though it was easy and convenient to blame the federal government for a lot of things, this isn't one of them, given that the vaccinations are out there in record numbers. We just haven't been able to get them in people's arms. And now, in this new phase that starts today, it's going to be like a flood, but people ages 65 and older, some essential workers like teachers, first responders, child care workers, everyone needs to call their health department or their hospital or wherever they have done business, if you will, and make an appointment. Don't just show up anywhere. But I hear what you're saying.
The problem is I've tried on Genesee and I've tried on Oakland County, and they simply don't have them. And I think they've gone out till February 7th in Oakland County. And in Genesee County, as of late last week, they were manually taking down names because they have no idea when they will get the vaccine. So it's not quite that simple. And you're right, the federal government has a role to play, and they've not done a perfect job. But the governor can't just blame the federal government when the vast majority of states are doing far better than Michigan. So we need to look at every way we can get out this vaccine faster. It's the whole system, the way it's set up, is not adequate at all.
Yeah, and the president trying to run interference on this, and he is saying he wants to release nearly all available doses in an attempt to speed vaccinations. But even his new doctor, our old Dr. Fauci, is saying that's not such a good idea. I'm very concerned myself about how people will get the second shot, and if they don't in a timely fashion, then the first shot will have been wasted. So, I mean, there's a lot of stuff here that seemingly I hope somebody's on top of this and thinking through all of this.
Well, the devil's in the detail, and that's where we have to rely on the state of Michigan and the administration to make sure this gets done right, because we have two companies right now, Moderna and Pfizer, and they do require a second dose, and experts say if you don't get that booster, you're only sitting at 52% effective rate, and when you get the second one, it goes up to 95%. So it's important that this gets put together here in Michigan in a much better way, and that we look at all ways that we can get this vaccine out efficiently, effectively, and very quickly.
We have Senator Ruth Johnson with us, with a lifetime of service to Michigan in a variety of capacities. I think this would be a good time to call upon your expertise, the amount of time you've been in government and helping in a variety of ways, on your take on where we are today in America and what happened this past Wednesday and what should happen from this day forward.
Well, being a past Oakland County Clerk Register and being a past Secretary of State, I have some very strong concerns. Just watching on TV what we all saw when there was rioting and human life lost, it just brings tears down your cheeks. Having said that, I also know that we need to continuously work on making sure that there's integrity in our elections, and it's not like you do one thing and you're done. It's constant. And so I'm hoping this year to get some bills through that make some changes. There was not enough problems in Michigan to change the outcome of the election, but we do know that there were plenty of problems that need to be addressed. And one of them is the Secretary of State sent out, in essence, invitations to vote, absentee ballot requests to over 800,000 people that are not eligible to vote. Most of them have moved to another state. She failed to purge the file when another state has already told us that the person moved there and is eligible to vote there. And I'm very concerned about that, because then the clerks are supposed to verify, and the Secretary of State told them not to verify. She changed the definition from verify to do nothing. And those are the kind of things we need, those checks and balances, so people do feel that the elections have integrity in them. But again, there wasn't enough of irregularities and problems to change the outcome for Michigan.
I guess, I mean, this is a two-edged sword. It's horrible that these things happened. But on the other hand, you say, as far as you know, and you've got the experience as former Secretary of State, as far as you know and believe, you do not believe that there were enough of these problems to cause it to go to President Trump rather than President-elect Biden.
That's correct, but there were enough irregularities and problems, and, we had some people that cheated for the Republicans, telling them on Tuesday, the lines are long, there's COVID, you don't have to come vote till tomorrow in Flint and Detroit. None of this can be allowed. And you have a Secretary of State that sent out invitations with no real way to check them. We don't have a national system, and so we wouldn't know if they were voting. And she also changed the rules for having signatures, and that's very much of a concern. And we do have some credible affidavits that show how the system's been gamed and cheated, including walking people into the ballot box and telling them how to vote. Those are all real big concerns. And when we talk about things that are not accurate or have 10% accuracy and 90% not, we're taking away from the problems we really need to fix. And so I'll be looking forward this year as chair of elections in the Senate to try to gather all the information we can and make some changes so that people will have that confidence in our system when the election results come in. Because let's face it, if you look all the way down the ballot, almost half of us are going to be disappointed. There's just no doubt about it. So we have to know that they've been done with integrity.
The Democrats, the president has 9 more days in office, yet they want to make sure he can never run again, which is why they want to impeach him and try to make it successful this time. What's your thought on that?
I think right now we need to get through the next 9 days, and then we need to make our peaceful change to a new president. It's not who I voted for, but I believe in the system, the Constitution, and I don't think we ever look at one person above our Constitution. And so we need to move forward and do whatever we need to do to have that peaceful transition of power.
Senator Ruth Johnson, thanks so very much for being with us. We appreciate it as always.